Yeah, I'd been talking to Jay about comics before this mask game, like way before, and then I realized, like, oh, you've never played Masks before. This is almost a travesty. Well, I'm starting up the game. Do you? And like, we just now need someone. Do you want a spot? And
Yep, I just threw myself in there.
it
No
works
holding
very
back.
well. But anyway, we are now streaming live. So hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals, everyone in between, out of between, and however you want to be known as. This is Masks, School of Hard Knocks. We are currently on the side of villainy, a super team, and today we will be missing a member who is probably interrogating that person they caught who betrayed their cultish legacy. But we will see the fallout for what happened in the last issue, in issue 3 of the School of Hard Knocks. Then I think School of Hard Knocks now has the tagline Firebrands. And I think this is the first issue where like the team will be, I think, assembled. It's going to be the Gauntleteers gauntlet on the ground. Unlike last time where it had been grabbing the page, this time it is palm up. I think there is like the brand of the team's name in it, and a reflection on the main four fingers of one of the members of the team each, and maybe Domina Carnifex on the thumb. But yeah, we will. Oh, yeah. Well, I assume if you've been watching now, you know who our players are. If not, you can feel free to go back and watch earlier episodes to find out who is playing who. Today we have Danny, who is also known as Atlas, Thunderchild, who is also known as Awesome, and Cody, who is also known as Arachnophobe. We will see what troubles they get into after the last issue, helping the school blitzkrieg a bunch of heroes. So I think this issue will open up with like back in the School of Hard Knocks. I want to say starting off with, but it is the day after, the literal next day of what has happened, and I want to say like the it seems like a oddly passive day at the school. There are no celebrations. There are no no groups of teens just high off their ass on victory. Everything seems to be tame and mundane. And I am curious to see. I want to say like the team like set up the first like we've gone through the halls of the school just seeing everyone acting normal. And I forget, does Thunderchild doesn't sleep anymore, does he?
Thunderchild says offline time, but if you want me to establish the first panel, he's getting ready for his new star pupil thingy. He's got one of those powered metal polishers, so we can see him like someone would be brushing their hair, polishing his top into a pretty shine.
Not yeah, that is good. And uh how is Danny reacting after having cut off the Gauntleteer's gauntleted hand or arm yesterday?
I think that Danny is what is Danny doing? I think that he's down in one of the training rooms, obliterating some punch bags.
Okay, and I need to know what is Arachnophobe doing? As I believe Arachnophobe will have the mask on at the school today.
He most definitely would. I think stepping out of his comfort zone a little bit, he's actually going to go and check up on a new fellow pupil of the school. Uh, it's gonna go check in with host.
Fisk.
See how she's settling in.
Okay. And I want to say, like, you as you're walking down to the direction of host, like Thunderchild will come out of his room, polished, gleaming, shimmering. You see Arachnophobe heading your way. Like, you step out, like, right in front of him, like you've accidentally stepped out in front of another cart at the supermarket. But you see an amazingly, no pun intended, polished Thunderchild. How do you two react?
Whoa, TC, you're looking crisp. Special occasion?
So we took down the Gauntleteer. It's if there's ever any excuse to look buff, it's this.
Well, you're not exactly wrong there. We still gotta celebrate for that. I mean, school already feels like a drag, and I pretty much just got here.
Yeah, well, wherever you guys went last night, I hope it was cool. Clearly somewhere where 8 foot tall, super cool battle robos can't hang out.
Yeah, see, that's just it. We didn't go, because tonight is when we go. All of us. You included. You down?
Ooh, that sounds like it might be a comfort and support if you're offering to include Thunderchild into the group.
Definitely.
Let's roll that mundane, and let me grab the roll for your party link just in case.
Yeah. I've got it ready this time. My mundane at the moment is a 1. So let's go ahead and click those. We have a 7, I believe. So let's see. On a hit, they hear you, they mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
Yeah, so how do you feel, Thunderchild?
It's like, whoa, really? I can come out with you guys? Where are we gonna go?
I don't know, somewhere cool, somewhere to hang out with friends. And you won't even have to worry about hiding. At least not, when we're in there.
Look, I'm sure it'll be awesome. Just let me know.
I'll text you.
Whoa, maybe we could take what's her name with the baseball bat.
Ogre Hag?
Yeah.
Yeah, invite her along. I'm pretty sure she will, since she look all polished and whatnot. So.
And I was like thinking, we must have like built a rep after this one. Do you think we should go and talk to? Do you think we should go and talk to Tiger Man about getting mercenary jobs? Surely, like we could get like enough money to buy a PlayStation or something. Yeah.
Well, and he's just got like a vacant stare, like PlayStation, really. Yeah, we could totally do that. Although they'll probably tell us that we need to hold our horses till we graduate, which is kind of lame. But I ain't all too sure if I'd even want to work for the school anyway.
I thought the whole point of this place was learning how to break the rules. Fist bump.
Fist bumps. True that. But I don't know. Let's just get tonight out of the way. You get your girl. I'm about to go get mine. I'll see if Atlas wants to come along as well. It'll be a blast. We all got plenty to celebrate.
Just one more thing, Cody.
Yeah.
What happens when you go on a date?
Well, you normally just be yourself and just see where the night takes you. I don't really think that far ahead. I'm better at improvising. Plus, ladies love a buff robot, so you're gonna have it easy.
You're awesome, man. I'm glad we hang out. And he'll sort of slap you across the back in that friendly way, probably a little too hard without realizing it.
Cody's kind of sturdy, like it's the whole spider thing, so he just kind of lurches forward, but not as much as, like, I don't know, Fermata or something would.
I like to imagine it's literally the smooth criminal lane, like your feet stay planted.
Yes. Exactly like that.
So are you going to go? Are you both going to go get your gals? Or are you going to go get Atlas first?
Atlas might be on the way. I mean, we're gonna go towards the girls, but text Atlas.
Yeah. So Atlas, you get a text from your teammates. While I think there is a sandbag. Then we see your fist and like the art of the sand just falling around you, framing you. This nice picture of like the final frame of Atlas just standing there looking impressive. Then whatever your text for arachnophobe, this text sound for arachnophobe is.
Yeah. I can't think what that would actually be, but yes, there is definitely one that he recognizes. And yeah, we see him pick up his phone and like start toweling off as he like reads the message.
And the message is, it's gonna be a spider. It's gonna be like a muscle next to a globe. It's gonna be a robot head, and there's gonna be like a dancing man with some confetti, and then question mark.
Excellent. I think I think Danny just sort of texts back, see you there.
Yeah, I think we will have turn the next page. There is an ad for fruit pies, and after that, our group gathering together at the dorm room holding cells of the Optimax 4. I like to imagine that Ogre Hag and Mothman are playing Jenga, like in the common room. Apollo is. Oh, I think Apollo and Host are like watching some kind of watching the baseball game of the Gauntleteer Goblins in play to reach out to Rich's Bat Hack game.
God, they suck. Cody just chimes up, looking at the game.
Host doesn't look up, I don't think, but the baldness begins to, or her bald head starts emitting those psionic tendrils as the host inside host, or the creature inside host forms out and just glares at you.
Hello to you too. What are you guys doing?
Mothman is looking intently at the Jenga stack with his antennae fluttering about to try and pull the best piece.
So, me and the crew, we're going to go down to Bagheera's this evening. I know Tiger Man Romano, it's not a thing. And we thought we'd go to the club and you guys could come with us if you like. Especially you, he looks for points at Ogag and really doesn't know what to do. Luckily, he's got an impenetrable sort of one laser eye, which sort of when he says it takes a sign from wink, I thought the light will actually wink up and wink out.
Oh god, it's better than the LED of like wink going across the eye, but yeah. And
maybe it takes on an emoji of a winky face.
And the Sumi looks up. That sounds great, but Domina Carnifex said we can't leave the grounds right now. We're still house arrest or something. They're still doing experiments on the medication they gave us.
Cody just puts his hands in his pockets and just goes, So you come to the School of Hard Knocks to learn how to break the rules, and you're trying to stick to them. Uh-huh. Yeah, you guys are gonna be star pupils like myself and TC here.
I'm gonna. Who said that, by the way? Sorry.
Ogre Hag. Her
Oh, Hag. I'm
human
gonna
name
try
is
to pierce their mask.
roll plus one Dane.
Where was the dice roll? Sorry.
Let me
Where was it?
grab the link. It is in the moves tab, but just to speed things up, there you
Thank
go.
you. My mundane is 0. Boo! Ah. It was a 10 and then it took one off and made it a 9. I don't know what's happening roll for the party at the moment, but it's so cruel and does that quite regularly. But on a 9, I can ask them one question, right?
I believe so. Let me check and make sure it's not
Yeah.
two.
Oh, yeah. It is. So one question.
Yep.
How can I get your character to come to Bagheera's with us?
Ooh. I think Arachnophobe was on the right path, like except that, they didn't come to the School of Hard Knocks willingly, but basically let them know that sort of offer up a better time than this. Give me a sec. Sorry about that, unknown number, but yeah, if you convince her that it is more fun to break the rule than what the breaking of the rule would imply.
Hmm. Look, TC here says Bagheera's, but I'm actually thinking we're gonna go to the arcade. We can totally stop by to see Tigerman though, but the arcade's where it's at. We might need to do a little bit of breaking and entering, but so long as we don't leave too much of a mess, we can go in, have a sweet night, and then come back the next day with a story to tell. It'll be a fun time, and if we're sneaky enough, we won't even get caught.
Besides, way I look at it, Domina owes us one anyway. So if we do run into any trouble, I'm sure we can smooth things over.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, as you say, Domina owes you one. I think the TV goes on mute. Apollo looks over. Why does she owe you one? For what happened?
Oh, we kicked the Gauntleteer's ass from here to there. We caused collateral damage. That was in the millions. Woot, woot.
All four of them look completely befuddled when you mention the Gauntleteer.
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal, but he
Who?
got. Oh, right. He was supposed to be one of the quote unquote new heroes, right? The one that got pasted on the first day.
No. This is odd. Like, everyone knows the Gauntleteer. This is not.
Huh.
So think like the Gauntleteer and I think there is a moment where Thunderchild sort of projects back the recording of him punting the Gauntleteer, and then the hand coming off, and then the Gauntleteer. Have you guys been doing drugs? And did you get those drugs? Did you get those drugs off Danny? Because if you did, you can tell me.
Like, they watch you. Like, I think you do have playback, but they're looking at this like you're beating up a what would be amounting to a superhero in our world, just some schmuck who put on a costume and like good cosplay. I've never, and like, it seems like I'm not really from here, but I've never heard of that. Like, is he a really big deal? Is he new?
So we're going to take a rain check on going out this evening because me and my friends are going to go and study on quantum somethings.
Quantum somethings.
Kasumi looks kind of sad. It's like, oh, but that arcade sounded sick. Haven't been to an arcade since since Kyoto.
All right, let's meet in the middle then. We're gonna go study now, kill some time, and then we'll text all of you later to meet up somewhere, and we shall go to the arcade. How's that sound?
Yeah. Kasumi shows she's in. The Mothman has been cheating at Jenga this entire time, and but it looks like most of them are in. Host seems to. I'd say, yeah, most of them seem in. You can't tell what Host is really feeling. It's just like resting bitch face.
Perfect. She's in. Unless you're gonna sit there and brood all day.
Yeah, yeah, they are. They will. You've gotten them to agree to text or at least check and make sure that there's something more fun to do than baseball and Jenga all day.
Perfect.
So like that was really weird, right? Because they did definitely get us an ice cream cake last night for taking out the Gauntleteer. Not that I can eat ice cream, but we still did that. Do you think we need to talk to Carnifex just to like check that she remembers who the Gauntleteer is? Do you think that was part of a weird thing where she pushed things through into the boom, and then there was a hole, and then he was gone, and there was more? That feels like that was bad. Do you think she's like annihilated him from reality?
I mean, if I really hated somebody and I had the opportunity to annihilate them from all of history, then I'd probably do it.
But why would you do that? Because then no one's going to know how super cool you are.
It's a good point.
I hate to break it to you. Go on.
No. Go.
I hate to break it to you, but if the Gauntleteer really, is as big of a nobody as he seems, and this is just a petty hatred on Carnifex's part, and what are we but just her tools to get her what she wants, which was maybe wiping out a good guy, a genuinely good guy, moronic as he may seem.
Tools. Look, I think we should go talk to her, right? Or find some evidence.
Finding some evidence would make sense.
I mean, I'd say it can't hurt, but she is literally like the mistress of pain or whatever. But I still think it's probably a good place to start.
I don't think my dad would put me in a school with someone who was like that evil, right?
Well, I don't know your dad personally, but how long has he worked with the headmistress?
I don't know. He's a scientist, gets funding sometimes for doing jobs.
If Carnifex has enough dough to open up a school and train a bunch of misfits, then imagine what else she has the money for. And we also saw just how crazy she can get over a revenge kill, it seems. So, yeah, I think Danny's right. We need to get a little bit of investigation done, find evidence.
So, this seems to me to be super cool ninja investigation.
Yeah, there isn't really a move for this perhaps per se as much as there's like it's like pushing the net. Do you want to do you want to go have a scene where you guys go to Domina Carnifex? Do you want to ask around with other students, see if this is something from being held by Optimax?
I'm assuming that we want to break into her office and find things, but
Ooh,
let's
wanna-
let's be honest. That ain't a job for me. There's no way that I'm going to be not seen around here. Cody needs to go with Danny.
do you want to? Are these delinquents going to be delinquents in a villain school and break into the headmistress's office?
Sounds like it. I mean, I'm down for it. I can walk, roll, and hide, and possibly be discreet. If Atlas can come with me, it'll be to serve as a lookout. And if Domina isn't in her office, then stall for time. We'll make up a signal. Maybe my arachnid alarm can pre-warn me, just as a backup.
Maybe I can distract Carnifex while you two go in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, so I think school. Even though you guys are graduating classes, like that, I think in this fiction that means you've made it this far. You still have like school training and that kind of thing. So Carnifex will be at this point. She'll be going to oversee the training of other teachers. If Thunderchild wishes to intercept her and keep her busy and maybe distracted during this time, so we can see how that goes.
That seems like a thing to do.
So I think there's a panel of like that long, like single strip panel of Domina just walking down the hallway, looking imperious and regal. And then I think this like finally like another hallway intersects and Thunderchild is just right there to her side. Hard to hide 8 feet of awesome polished robot.
Yes, and I think he looks at her and goes, "Hey, Domina C. I wanted to ask you something. It seemed like really weird."
I am on my way to observe the the instruments of the school, but if you would like to see the work of your fellow classmates, you may walk and talk.
Instruments? Do you mean like music?
I may have misspoken.
So I think because Thunderchild is leaning nonchalantly across onto some lockers, which means he's blocking the corridor. And going, I don't know what you mean by instruments. You like me musical instruments? Fermata plays. Is that what you mean? I didn't know we had an orchestra.
Do you want to provoke Domina Carnifex into a battle of
Small talk.
yeah, battle of small talk, battle of technicalities?
Yeah, but before I do that, I'd like to try and provoke the situation. Sorry, assess the situation. Provoke the situation is something completely different.
Please do.
That's an 8 minus 1 is a 7. And I'd like to flip it to not how could we best end this quickly to how could we best not end this quickly.
Ooh, get her talking about the good old days. She's been active since the Silver Age.
Mm-hmm.
She has stories. You get her talking about her stories, she'll talk.
So that's cool. So then I'll provoke her into saying, look, because I was thinking that what would be really cool is if you could run a superhero history class and it was just all about your successes, and then I go, and things like, I'll mention a couple of heroes, but then I'll mention the Gauntleteer. But I'm actually going to try to just keep an eye on her face when I say Gauntleteer. Does it look like she doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about?
When you mention the Gauntleteer, her face stays. I think you see like an eyebrow twitch, like she's about to raise it in curiosity of you mentioning that name. But it's more curiosity. It is not ignorance.
I'd forgotten I was guilty. So the beautiful to that is actually I should not have been able to assess the situation.
Oh.
And I should not have been. I definitely have, but I definitely failed the provoke as well. So both have been failed. This Thunderchild is yeah. If you want to sort of catch, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, so I think with the mention of the Gauntleteer, you feel I think you feel something press against your body. You realize too late it is the Agony Scepter. It activates, but instead of it being the arcing red lightning of doom, you feel the EMP rush through you. All the video evidence you have of the Gauntleteer is erased with one fell swoop. I don't know who you're talking about, and I don't think you do either.
Does this, by the way, putting myself in this jeopardy count as sacrificing myself for my team?
It does now, definitely. And, yeah, but I think you will get your, even with failure, you will get your option, and she has to deal with, like, you taking a knee from the EMP and knowing too much. So she will be taking you off to some place as we cut to the other two breaking into the headmistress's office. So yeah, Domina. I think the next page is again like a Domina Carnifex walking down the hallway, but from a different angle, and then there's nothing in the hallway for a moment, and then it pans up, and we see Cody just clinging, or Arachnophobe clinging to the ceiling as tightly as he can.
Yep, that's exactly how it looks. Yeah, I'm hoping to get in from the outside, maybe climb through a window, and then.
This school is not an above ground school.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's gonna have to be through the front door. Is it locked, or is it just easy enough to walk?
It is definitely locked, but
I search for air vents.
Ooh. Yeah, there are air vents, or Danny could just break the lock like Jessica Jones.
Arachnophobe's just gonna turn to Danny. You could muscle your way in, but she'll definitely know something's up when her lock's broke.
Yeah, definitely.
2 minutes tops. Not even that. And then I'll open it up from the inside.
I need you to use your powers to shimmy through the air vent. Roll plus freak for me.
All right, so that's a 0. Let's do this. Oh, that's a 9.
So will this be unstable or temporary, or will you mark a condition to do this very well? Or there is one team. If I think there is one team left. If Danny wants to help you out, or you want to spend it well, I don't know if you can spend it selfishly since you were doing this for the team.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to help out, and I think maybe it is just as simple as I
give me a boost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I give Arachnophobe a boost so that he can kind of have a look around in the vent before actually kind of getting inside it properly, and yeah, just gives him a bit of a head start, as it were.
Yeah. So you break into the headmistress's office. Your arachnid alarm allows you to bypass the hidden security lasers. You unlock the door. Danny and you are inside. Security measures seem to be off. It is the same from when you were in there before. It is rectangular. There are oh, I think what you do notice, though, the odd bit, she has, as I said, she's been active from the Silver Age. She is quite a braggart. The gauntlet that was handed to her as a trophy is not on display in her trophy case.
Hmm.
That is interesting. I'm
Split up and
gonna,
look for. Go on.
yeah, well, yeah. I was gonna say I'm gonna start looking around, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna assume that she has like a a TV essentially in here for monitoring the news, if nothing else. And I'm gonna like grab the remote control and go to like the what do you call it, like the 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 bit where you can like record stuff. I forget what you call it, but yeah. So and basically see if there's like any recordings of news articles about the defeat of the Gauntleteer in like the recently watched section.
There are lots of different news shows and like different news clips, but each one, like when you bring them up, the Gauntleteer is not mentioned. It looked like it was like it just mentions an attack on a gathering of heroes by an unknown group of assailants.
Hmm. Finding that extremely odd, and kind of piggybacking off Atlas's good idea to see what the modern news has to say about it. Cody, because she's from the Silver Age and she's a braggart, I'm guessing someone like her would have like old school newspaper clippings, old journals, a
Notice
secret
that
place.
one, yeah, you notice that one side of her trophy cabinet is bare and has like the markings of like the oldest, like when sun like light and things have hit something for so long that but they've been covered up that there's like an outline of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are outlines of newspaper clippings of trophies that have been taken out that are missing.
She really hated that dude. Like wipe him from existence and anything associated type of hate. Um, do you think she would have destroyed them? I think that's what Cody would be looking for, like seeing if she stashed them somewhere.
Well, if she still, so if we assume that like she's taken these out deliberately and she's just trying to hide any trace from ever existing, I bet she's got them stashed somewhere.
All right. Guess we know what we're looking for.
Does anyone want to maybe assess this office? I mean, she has so much. She is a super villain, an old super villain. She was around during the Legion of Doom times. She may have secret entrances, secret exits, secret hold hideouts.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that Danny is going to start going around and like, yeah, kind of like moving pictures aside and all that sort of thing.
Roll to assess the situation, please.
That's an 11. So, two questions. Yeah, so I'm going to ask what here can I use to work out if this is just like Domina Carnifex is trying to hide his existence, or if there's actually something weird going on.
I'm going to say, like, I think the better question to start with here would be what is most vulnerable to me.
Yep, sure thing.
And I think like during your poking around, like you've you've been really adopted by the school of hard knocks. Domina Carnifex's like augmented tech. that's when you feel a like like this disconnect between her desk and this thing under it, and it is a like it is a lock of made of her tech. It is keeping you from something, but if you can get past this lock, you can get to some kind of answers.
Cool.
And like if you want to ask like what how can I like with the assess, let me check.
Yeah, no, in which case I will ask, how can we best end this quickly? So yeah, basically what is the best way of getting through this? Or do I want yeah, no, I think it was how to do it quickly.
The quickest way would be to rely on the arachnid alarm. There is a like with certain kind of locks, there is like a number pad and a key. So if you rely on the arachnid alarm to let you know when to press and what to press, it'll do well.
Cool. I will let so there's a lock here, arachnophobe. If you I reckon you'll be able to get through it
And
without it being obvious that we've been in here.
I can try.
I will suggest, Danny, do you want to comfort and support Arachnophobe before he tries this somehow?
I think Danny would know that Cody's arachnid alarm has never been something that he actively trains. It's just something that kicks in whenever he's directly in danger. That's the trigger for it. So, yeah, he would probably know that this is not something he's comfortable with or ever tried, for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Niz, I know this is like I know this isn't like what you usually do it for. How you usually, waves his hand, do your whole thing. But I think if you just like, I know I know you'll be able to like access this power. I think you just need to like feel out for it, and let it. Yeah, just get a feel for it, I'll be here if anything happens.
Safe to say Arachnophobe is impressed that Danny would be this forthcoming and this encouraging.
Yeah, so roll that mundane -2.
Yeah, that is sadly a 6. For a moment it was on a double 6, but it was just teasing me.
Hang on 1 second. You have the bull's heart, correct? You take one ongoing to any action.
I do indeed. So yes, that is a 7 just.
I'm saying, like, you probably also have influence too.
Yep,
that is also true. Yeah, I do need to remember these things that add to it. So yeah, that's an 8. So yeah, compass and support. So yeah, you can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if you open up to me.
I would suggest shifting labels to raise freak before you try this.
That is a great idea. So it's going to be 1 up on freak. What do you think should go down?
I mean, you've been pretty freaky this entire time. Maybe either mundane down or superior down.
Superior, yeah. Seems like it would fit. All right, there we go. So that's a +1, and then another +1. Oh, no, never mind. That's just adding to the team pool. Okay, so let's re-roll.
And I think you can get the +1 from the assess to this.
Ooh, it's double 1s.
Oh. Well, we tried.
An attempt was made.
Your arachnid alarm doesn't go off, and you have to guess for the first button. Your arachnid alarm goes off as you press the wrong button. I think let's see. Don't want this just to be. Let me check my moves real quick and then check the Janice as well. there is a quick like pinprick on your finger, and the panel that showed the TV picture, or the TV screen flickers to Domina Carnifex with a pre-recorded message. I am most disappointed in you, arachnophobe, for trying to go against my honor and my allowance of you in the School of Hard Knocks. Please know that Retribution Plan 1A is in effect.
Oh boy. Atlas, I think we're gonna need to bail, buddy.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Although, let's not leave empty-handed. And he's just gonna do like a hand motion, like, looks like all bets are off. Grab it and run.
Yeah, and I think that Danny is just going to like slam his fist into the lock.
You're going to break it and try to.
Yeah.
Do you have a move for this, or you just want to?
Probably just go with the old unleashing my powers, I think.
Okay.
Yes, I can do collateral damage whilst fighting, but yeah, no, this is just going to be.
I was about to say, do you want to? This is an odd one. Do you want to provoke this desk to? No, that wouldn't help you anyway. It'd still be a 0 because of your guilty. So yeah, roll to unleash your powers.
However, that is a double 6, and it actually stayed this time. So
yeah, you Danny just punches through this hyper technology, and there is a pneumatic hiss from under the desk. There is some kind of those like science capsules of glass that hold something inside them. There's always like comic-y pill glass things that are held by machines. Inside is the Gauntleteer's gauntlet, but it looks like there is some kind of dimensional or technological shift going on with what is holding the gauntlet in place. But you may steal it if you want.
ooh,
She already has my name and face and blood, apparently. So if you need me to carry it, I can fashion up like web straps.
it's fine. I'll bring it if we. Yeah, let's keep a hold of it, and we'll just play it off as a prank.
Sure, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, and we are almost at the top of the hour. Let's take our first break and come back at the top of the hour.
All right. Hello, sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties on my end.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. There were some computer issues. I want to start with is it safe to say that Thunderchild is in offline mode at the moment?
Yeah, Thunderchild's offline, but the thing that's inside Thunderchild might not be. Let's see what Domina
Exactly.
Carnifex does, I suppose.
Oh no, I think Thunderchild, when you view yourself in your mind, are you a robot or your old human self?
I think it's like a perfected avatar of Jacob Zisor himself.
Yeah, so I think you are. I it feels like it'll start off like a dream. You're doing some amazingly cool sports or some kind of some kind what would Jacob do? I guess like sports wise, game wise, what would be fun for him?
Dungeons and Dragons.
So I think like, you're like actually in like this Dungeons and Dragons style world. You're walking through these tight corridors. You have a sword drawn. There's a magic wand and some potions on your belt. And you take a turn and you find this wise wizard in a trapped in a jail cell in an actual dungeon. The wizard is the Gauntleteer, and he looks at you through the bar. He's not coming up to the bars to touch you. I think also is missing the arm that the gauntlet had been on before, just to make it even more poignant.
I would like to assess the situation.
Feel free to.
Because this feels weird. Where's the dice roll? Yeah, there's like two first sessions of hitting every roll. Today is my comeuppance. So that is a 5. I spot nothing.
Ooh. And you know this isn't real. You know this can never be real. And your body shifts from the human avatar into your robot form. The dungeon and the jail cell melt away into just a flat, lifeless grid pattern of like green and black of computer textures. He is still standing in front of you, no longer dressed like a wizard, but just like Emilio with a missing arm.
So look, I think I should mark, even if you're not going to make me, I'm going to volunteer to mark hopeless on the
That
back
is
of that.
fine.
It feels like
I was the move I picked was to remind you what you had lost, but yeah.
yeah, I think that's the point of Jacob being confronted about what he is, but that form is still there, yeah, in his consciousness.
Yep.
He goes, yeah, I had this feeling I couldn't forget you. This body was built with the sole purpose of destroying you. Sort of negates the purpose of the Thunderstrike's existence, right? Hi, I don't have any strong feelings about destroying you utterly or not. Sorry about hitting you and all.
No, it's okay. You just hit me. She did the most damage. I'm surprised you can still remember me.
You are literally in my circuits.
He smiles a little bit. It's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to those you trust to right what you've done.
Hey, all I did was hit you. Why are you putting this on me, man?
Because you're working for someone who wants to enslave the world. Is that what you want?
Oh, man. No, this isn't what I want.
She's trying to get my powers for herself, and if she's left unchecked, she will then have her own devious, demented ways and a power suite which doesn't belong to her.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is not good. I hope the others have found you. How can we get you out of wherever you are?
And just to maybe push more hard moves, do you want to pierce the mask?
Yeah.
Yay!
Let's see if this continues on my bad roll. That's 9 with mundane, which I think is a 0, and I don't think I've got a condition. That will be. Yeah, that will be a 9.
You have influence on the Gauntleteer. That's a
Oh,
10.
I do. So that takes her a 10. Woo woo. Um. What do you want me to do?
Stop Domina Carnifex.
How could I get the Gauntleteer to be free?
You'll need to find someone worthy to wear the glove. In sort of a long term, this one's time has come. You need to find the next one.
What are you really planning?
To fight until the very end. He may be annihilated from most of this world, but he is not forgotten by those who either can help him or really hate him.
Okay. Okay, says Jacob. I think he sort of grabs the lines of the Matrix code in his hands, like he's squeezing chains. And you get this double panel of him shaking them and going like, "Wake up!"
And I think the next thing is just like a red screen, like a red square, and we pull out, and it's Jacob's or Thunderchild's body coming to. You are in the break room, and I think you're the one who has that speedster friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is that. Let me get his that. Hiram is like putting together a gunpla model like really quickly, right? Speeding along right next to you to build a mech. Whisper, who is Danny's like good friend at the school, is giving her superpowered dog some treats. Like it looks like everyone's just having a normal day. Like you just fell asleep in a chair.
I think Thanatar just gets up and walks toward. He's sort of going to try and find the other two, right? Like, on the group chat, just like to Cody and Danny, it's like, "Where are you?"
And we will cut to the other two. There is no generic act under fire roll here, but I think what's going to happen though is that you are stealing from Domina Carnifex. She is going to tell you what you both are, which are traitors.
Is it boned?
So are you guys going to accept this? I'll start with Danny first. Are you going to accept this influence?
I think I'm going to try and resist that.
Roll.
Not out of accuracy, more out of just natural
Spite.
contrariness. Exactly. Yeah.
Roll to. Just let me check and see if you have the right condition.
That for a second that was an 8. It is, however, now a 4.
Ooh, so mark potential. You did want that potential.
I think Cody would probably fight that as well because.
Okay, roll a flat 2d6 then.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's a 6. Oh, I have influence over her though.
I don't know if that counts on resisting their influence, but I'll say it does. But so that means you can you get a 7, so you can react to prove her wrong immediately to mark potential. You can cancel her influence against you and take +1 forward against them, or shift 1 label up and 1 label down, your choice.
Yeah, this is a kind of a power move moment. I want her to lose influence over Cody. Like, if she's gonna try and brand me a traitor, then to Arachnophobe, who is a free spirit and just does things by the gut, heart on the sleeve type deal, yeah, he doesn't like that. So lose influence, and then what happens?
You get a +1 forward on your next roll against Domina Carnifex, either directly or indirectly.
All right.
And poor Danny, this will hit home as you are carrying her plan under your arm at the moment. So mark condition and shift your savior down, freak up.
I think because I already have guilty marked, I think this is going to actually have to be afraid.
Yeah, so you two are making it through the court. Are you trying to play this off like nothing is happening? This gigantic thing under your arms is normal, or are you running for the hills now?
I'm seeing this probably more sort of Scooby doing it down the corridors, but
I think Arachnophobe will keep the arachnid alarm open. He's actively trying now to get a sense of when a problem might be headed their way.
Ooh, so yeah, I think I need a Arachnophobe. Roll me a plus freak then.
All right. Let's see if I can get freaky and not get caught. Ooh. That would be a 5. Sorry, 6. So.
Well, do you want to burn your +1 forward already?
I think we will. We need to get this out real quick.
Oh wait, no, you have influence over Domina Carnifex. You can just
Oh, I can. Oh, that's right. So it's another +1, so 7.
Yeah. So do you want to make this temporary or unstable, or mark a condition to make it last?
I think I'll go ahead. Let's make it temporary. Get a move on quick.
Yeah, so I think this is more unstable, and like you guys are running about, and like it finally warns you, like something is coming, something major is coming. Right as the people turn down the corridor, you have to jump into just like right where you're next to escape them, which happens to be the common room of the Optimax 4.
Oh.
And I think like this time, Host, Mothman, and Apollo, and I think they're all playing Uno at the moment. Just like they have been given so little to kill time right now.
I don't suppose any of you have like scoped out the escape routes from here yet.
Mothman perks up, antenna standing straight up. No, of course not. That wouldn't be right at all.
Right. Hypothetically speaking, however, where would you go for the fastest way out?
Apollo shrugs. Subtle or un?
Looking to Atlas.
Honestly, at this point, subtle isn't the most important thing.
I think that's when he looks at Host. She nods. Let me see if I can get the name of that I gave this creature correct. As Quarloth, the symbiote, grows from her head, grabs Kasumi, and oh dear. We will take a quick pause as we wait for Dave.
Fermata's going to be in for a treat when she comes back from her orchestra practice.
Your teammates have turned traitor to Immortan Carnifex. What do you do?
Like, I reckon we can still play this off as a prank. It's fine. You just need to like drink some beers out with the gauntlet, and it's all good.
So, welcome back, Dave. As Quarloth the symbiote grabs onto Kasumi and starts enveloping her in psionic armor, Kasumi begins to grow, and the ceiling begins to give. Thunderchild, you feel as you're walking down the halls the shaking and cracking of collateral damage. You know what the hell's going on. As I think the school alarms begin going off. Oh, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the team, right? So I'm sort of probably at this point shouting out for them, like, Atlas, Arachnophobe, I'd like to talk to you guys about now.
Yeah, I'd say like the alarms going off. You see the School of Hard Knocks mooks running towards the direction of the disturbance. If you want to run in that direction as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think like as Kasumi is growing, like just continually destroying her way upwards to give us space to escape. The guards appear with these impractically image-styled laser guns on guns with side guns and spinning rims on them with their pouches full of different types of lasers. and they stop. The guns begin charging up with that. The huge lasers appear. You know everything's going to go to hell. And Thunderchild skids in like like Sailor Moon on her way to school, just side tackling them all out of the way.
Dainty.
Majestic.
And at this point, I think Kasumi has breached as a 50-foot ogre hag has breached the surface, and will bend down and offer a hand up to everyone as Mothman flies up towards the sun.
Hey, TC, your girlfriend's awesome. I'm just gonna hop onto the hand.
You know, we haven't even put a date yet. Don't put a label on it.
No need to get embarrassed. It's fine.
Donatello will lift everyone out and leap last.
As you guys are on the surface, the school is in alert mode. There's that page of you guys. It's like running off like the runaways. We will turn the page, and do we want to be in like a anonymous warehouse? Do we want to be at Cody's house? Where do we want to be?
Can I unleash my advancement before we turn the page?
Please do.
So I chose further mutations. I've unlocked 2 new powers, one of them being extreme shapeshifting. So I think Thunderchild looks at them and says, "We need a getaway vehicle." I'm the getaway vehicle. And he transforms into like a really hyper cool looking pickup truck and goes, "Get in."
This is the best thing ever. I love it.
Yep, he's definitely a badass now. Holy hell.
Dude, you never told us that you were a transformer.
This is Thunderchild Prime.
Like, you never asked. He said, I didn't know till earlier, but like Madame Carnifex sort of hit me with a stick and I've woken up and there's things that I didn't realize. Anyway, this way. Floor it, Thunderchild.
Kasumi's eyes are sparkling. He transforms. And we will get away to like this is a sour neighborhood. There are plenty of places to lay low that
Cody would suggest his own home. His brother should still be at school. It'll be fine.
Oh, good.
I hope.
Because when you get to Cody's house, remember Domina Carnifex's threat, arachnophobe?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a van that you know of as the same type the School of Hard Knocks uses to recruit people outside your house.
Oh boy. So I think Domina wasn't playing around. Can I set up a trap?
You can set up a trap, but I think one's been set up for you.
Oh boy. Thunderchild, can you just pull up just a little bit like further down the road?
Don't worry, I'm in disguise. I'm a truck.
Slowly drive by. But this is also a problem because I need to get up there, so make sure that nothing my little brother's up there, and well, hopefully he should be in school, but he's just gonna hop off the back of the truck and just start running up the side of the building.
What do you need done? Arachnophobe?
Whoosh. Have my back.
Yeah, and I think as Arachnophobe heads up into the building, Dan is just gonna get out of the. I'm just gonna say is gonna get out of the truck before it gets weird, and is going to walk up behind the surveillance van, and knock on sort of the back door and say, I've got a pizza here for a Johnson.
The door to the van opens, but it is open because it was left open. There is no one inside. And so Cody's going inside, Arachnophobe's going inside his house? If I was hearing that correctly?
Yep, through a window.
Upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear silence. And let's see. No, I think you hear some struggling against a wall, but you know that the wall that is right next to yours is the closet of your brother. Why would there be something moving and sounding like they're struggling in the closet?
Could be hiding, or could be tied up and tucked away. Could I possibly assess the situation before going in?
No, you have to go in right away. No, you can't use any basic moves. This is the unfair PBTA version. Yeah, roll to assess.
So that'll be my superior, I believe. Wow. Yep, so that's a 5.
Get an advance at least.
Hey, silver lining.
Yeah, you walk out of your room. You go towards Cody's room, and you find him tied up. You find him, but of course, like it's that kind of thing where he is muffling. He's saying something. You get to the duct tape and you pull it off. It's a trap, and that's when the butt of a laser rifle will hit the back of Arachnophobe's head.
Oof. That'll hurt.
And yeah, I think like the other two, you can definitely see that, or at least I think you can hear the scuffle inside. What do you do?
Yeah, I think in that case. So the other thing I was thinking was that Dan was just going to wait in the back of the van. But I think actually, if I hear like a confrontation going on, I think Danny is just going to is probably going to basically like because he has no what's the word I'm looking for? He has no
Chill.
Well, that also he has like no particular vested interest in being subtle in this situation. So I think he's just going to kind of like leap up towards the like the window that he can hear the confrontation going through, and just like basically just jump in through the window, glass shattering, and ready for action.
Roll to alter your environment.
Sure thing. That is a 7.
Oh, you are condition heavy at the moment, so this is going to be temporary, unstable. Is it going to take a market condition?
I think it's probably probably more on the unstable rather than temporary. I think like he gets in, but it's probably not. He probably doesn't have like the commanding position that he was hoping for.
Sadly, the comic decides to be realistic at this moment. You've taken out a structural part of the house on your way in, so the floor is beginning to fall. You have there are some narrative beats where the floor will be stable, and you see these two hench mooks standing over arachnophobe who is, would have like the cartoon birds around his head if this was for younger audiences.
Is his brother there as well
Right in
nearby?
front of him.
Excellent. So I think that Danny is going to just try and run up behind the two mooks, slam their heads together, and grab the two one over each shoulder, basically.
Directly engage with your afraid self.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah. So, and I think he's going to kind of leap in, grab them, sling the two over his shoulders, and then stamp down on the floor, and just like collapse it, like intentionally, as he knows it's going to go, to invoke my inner China shop move there. And as I only made a 5, that's probably for the best. So the choice I'm going to make is to take something from them, being obviously arachnophobe and
His brother.
Rubbing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think like you will take the impact, and like heroes landings are never good for the knees. So take a powerful blow as you keep them from damage as detritus and landing take its toll on you.
Sure thing. That's love that delayed reaction. Delayed reaction roll 20 there. That's a 10.
Ooh, so what are you gonna pick?
Yeah, that is a good question. I think that I am going to choose 2 options from the 7 to 9 list, which I don't think is ever a choice I've made, and take a powerful blow before. And I'm going to choose to struggle past the pain. And I think I am going to lash out verbally, and I think as he sort of crashes into the ground, he just yells out, Thunderchild, we need to get out of here right now. Get us out of here. Get as far and fast away from here as you can.
Roll that provoke.
Yeah, that's a 5 because I am still guilty.
Oh, more of that wonderfully delicious XP. I think you level up now that you were.
Indeed, I do indeed. Yeah, in fact, I'm 1 point into the next. Oh, and I think at this point, yeah, I'm also definitely angry. Cool. Yeah.
That's when I think that you are getting if this is okay with well, no, I think you guys will get into Thunderchild. That is when get in the back of the truck of the wonderful Transformer, and that's when like this I from the gun, I think like there was some kind of like a implant chip in the back of Arachnophobe's head. You pull it off. Like what was keeping him unconscious is no longer keeping him unconscious, but it begins to glow with Domina Carnifex's technology, a small holograph, circa original Star Wars from R2-D2 of Domina Carnifex appears. I am so very, very disappointed in all of you. You were the apples of my eye. You were my star pupils. I guess it is lucky that I did not teach you everything I know. Run. That is all you have left. For should I find you, I will grind you to ash. Fizzle pop. What do you guys do now?
Everyone in the van.
Yeah.
I think there's a gunning of the engine, and we drive away. Not before, yeah. Actually, we just drive away as quickly as we can. And I think Thunderchild says, so like, where are we going?
I honestly didn't think that far ahead.
So look, I reckon. Look, my dad can't be in on this, right?
I don't know.
Uncle
Again,
Alfonso can't be in on this. Do we ask for help, or do we smack down someone big enough and bad enough in the city that no one pisses about with us?
I think I trust you, Thunderchild. I don't think I trust anybody working under Domina.
I don't think my dad works for. He's got his own supervillain organization. He's trying to take over the world on his own. I don't think he's a power share sort of dad.
What do you think, Danny?
I don't know. I mean, we could probably like stay the night at my uncle's, but I mean, Domina Carnifex almost certainly knows about him, so that'll be hot as well, I imagine.
And I think Apollo chimes in. Danny, didn't you escape with those people who took out Optimax before? Would they hide us?
Yeah, we could head up to Bellevue. Am I remembering the name correctly? Yeah, we could head up to Bellevue. There's some folk there that had it probably shelter us for a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't want to impose on them too much, but they can handle themselves.
I'm gonna look over to Robin. Is he awake?
He is awake, and I think he is. He is like he's in that like sort of shocked mode of well they were planning to kill me, but I have no these guys saved me, but I think so poorly of them. What do?
Is he still tied up? I'm guessing so.
Yeah, unless you've been untying him.
I will do so now. Yeah, I'm gonna untie him, remove any tape that might be over the mouth.
Are you gonna ransom me back to my folks? Like, they're gonna have no money now that the house is destroyed.
They're mostly useless anyway. He's gonna look over his shoulder. A question: can Thunderchild see inside the car despite being the car?
Thunderchild.
Probably, but you can probably avert his eyes.
I don't think it's a matter of. I don't think Cody would care, quite honestly. At this point, the brother's there, and he's just gonna pull down the mask. I'm gonna switch my danger and mundane over for my once a day mask ability, or once per session, and just kind of sigh, like, I'm really sorry, Robin. I did not mean to pull you into this. First and foremost.
And this does matter. Does Thunderchild see who Arachnophobe is? Arachnophobe?
I'd say so. He trusts Thunderchild, and they've been getting along quite well. I can reveal that the reason Cody can emphasize with him is because Thunderchild reminds him of Robin when he was 13, essentially.
Okay, so I will say all the NPCs will count as one entity, and Thunderchild another. So mark 2 potential as 2 people come to know your identity for the first time.
Yay.
And Robin, there's like this slew of emotions on Robin, which I think is like an entire page of 6 panels. You know, like. And like finally he just like punches you too softly in the arm. You're not sure if it's because his arm is half asleep from being tied up or because he doesn't really want to hurt you. I bitched about you behind your back to your face for months.
Yeah, you did. I'll give you credit where credit's due. Some of it was hilarious, so I couldn't even be mad at those times. But
this is, and like I think there's like an entire speech bubble of just wingdings as he curses himself out for being so inconsiderate.
Hey, look, it doesn't really matter. Like, I put on the mask to do my own thing and to not get you involved, and that was the whole plan. But like Icarus and perhaps Mothman over there, I flew a little too close to the sun and got roasted.
Mothman looks up. I'm smart.
Really sorry as well about the whole house thing there.
No, Cody's right. Our foster parents suck.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. And like everyone, I think, turns to look at Robin. Does this mean you're going to train me to be like one of those sidekick heroes? Do I get a sword?
Okay, first and foremost, no swords. Secondly, Robin, I don't know if you watch the news, but I'm not exactly a hero. But I do think that the bad we were hanging with might be a little too bad.
So, can I have a bow staff then?
You know what? Sure. You can have a bow staff. Oh, what am I saying? No.
Hey, I know a guy who could take your brain out and put it into a 6-foot gorilla.
Robin begins thinking.
Wait, which one?
No, we
Which
are not
guy?
putting
Which gorilla?
Both.
And I think there's like that tense moment. But I think I'll ask: is that Thunderchild's way of trying to comfort and support Cody by ribbing him, or?
Cody hasn't got any conditions.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
So I was gonna once that over, I was gonna try and do that to Danny instead, but I didn't want to.
Ooh, do that to Danny. Yeah, Danny needs some help. Danny needs some support. He's been so good to everyone.
I owe Danny big time. I know that much.
this whole situation is kind of is kind of Danny's. I won't say happy place, but this is how things tend to go. It always ends up with screaming and buildings being destroyed and escaping.
Do you know what, Atlas? Do you know what I envy most about you? It's that you get to smile when you do the cool stuff. You smiled a lot, even though you dinged yourself up pretty bad, man.
Thanks, thanks, Thunderchild. It's like what happened to me really sucked. People shouldn't have to go through that. What I did, and he's going to kind of gesture back towards like Apollo in particular, but the others in general. What we went through, but we've got out, but what happened to you? That was, I mean, don't get me wrong, and he's going to kind of like tap the the inside of the van. I'm not going to say that the change overview's not been that doesn't come with its advantages, but I think you've got the shorter end of the stick on this.
You calling me short? Don't cry for me. Don't cry for me, Danny. I'm already dead. But I'm going to comfort support him. But I'm doing it with Wish I Could Be, which adds 3 to the roll, and that's a 7 plus 3, so that's a 10.
Nice. So I am going to clear. I think I'm actually going to clear my guilty condition because it was that guilt for Thunderchild that I was still carrying with me, and because I have taken the friend role, I believe I also mark a. Yes, I also mark a potential.
And as it was a 10 plus, I can also add a team to the pool of clear condition on myself. I'm going to clear Hopeless.
Excellent.
Anyone want some tunes?
Play your greatest hits, TC.
The amount of ACDC we hear is probably astounding.
You mean appropriate. And I think we will. I know that we are missing a player today. Do we want to call it early? Because it seems we are at a big turning point, and there will be love letters before next time. Or do we want? I am fine continuing on to the Dead End Queens and adding more to this comic issue.
I'm good with either or, really. I don't mind.
Yeah, same. I think we could probably. I think we could carry on for a bit, but I'm also happy to leave it there. Either works for me.
I'm happy to carry on, but into character scenes, if that just means, because I probably want to talk to Cody and Ogre Hag and all those sort of things.
Let's keep going
that
then.
works for me.
Yeah, because we're at the social part. This seems to be good. So yeah, we get to there's like a I think it'll be like this sightseeing bit of going through New Gauntlet City. It's like neighborhood to neighborhood. This amazing wizard van. Aha. Oh yeah, it is another hour in. Let's get back at the top of the hour.
Okay.
And are you back, Jay?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. So yeah, we end up at the House of Silk, the ballroom walking legendary house that has a super mercenary team of queer folk residing in it as legendary children of their own right that a certain Atlas has a bit of a past with. And I think like this huge manorish style place is uh, like quite old beauty for the Bellevue neighborhood. There are several people outside just hanging out, relaxing in the garden that walks up that are out on the walk up. There are people sitting out on the porch. So as you arrive, does will Thunderchild transform back into a more robotic form or more humanoid form when everyone disembarks?
Yep.
Sweet.
I think Cody will pull up his mask to hide outside the van now. Not changing the stats, but because I can't. But yeah, getting the discretion on, and then just look over to Thunderchild like that is so cool. Damn. After he just transformed.
Hey, it's just like you. You put on the mask, you get cool. I just put on an 8-track. So, who are these guys? Are they cool? Should we be worried?
No, they're cool. I mean, we'll have words. We'll see what they can do for us. I mean, I don't want to impose on them too much. They kind of they do some mercenary work. They're probably sympathetic to our cause, but I don't want them to get into too much trouble with the waves. His hand back in the general direction from which they've come. All of that.
Well, I'd owe you one, and these people big time, if they can help us out.
Yeah, so
And with that, Danny will sort of head inside and kind of, beckon everyone else to follow in, at least into the hallway.
yep, and I think like, you guys will be getting lots of looks as this group of 8, well, 7 obvious meta people will be walking up, and I think you get to the door, and there's probably like someone whistling in one panel that just is a sharp uh, rip through the air, and we're going to meet the de facto leader of the team at the door as Cryptid, this shockingly beautiful African American woman, stands in a slightly punk Goodwill couture. I think it has like this old shirt of garbage lyrics, "Only happy when it rains," just messily emblazoned on the shirt, and torn jean pants.
Hey, Cryptid. Sorry to drop in on you like this, but we've got into a bit of a situation.
You are bringing a lot of people to this house. You think this is a hotel?
We're just looking for somewhere to lay low. It doesn't have to be here, but we've kind of burnt a lot of bridges on the way.
She scoffs, trying to burn more by bringing this to our doorstep. I think there's like a pause, and we will hear, and like this dialogue bubble, I want to say to express Rochelle Silk's voice is in like all, I think like all caps and red, because she sounds like Big Frida, if you know that voice at all. As girl, we have guests. Be nice. Step aside and invite them in.
And she'll go, "Hey, lady, exactly. Danny's come with a gift. I'm like a Roomba."
And I think Danny is going to kind of give Cryptid a sort of, you know, that sort of like apologetic shrug, but on hearing on hearing the Queen invite them in, he is going to kind of step up to the door.
And I like the next panel after you guys come in will be at the huge you know, royal-esque dining room table, and all those hoity-toity scenes in movies and cartoons with those luxurious tables that would fit an entire large family actually fits a large family in this place. But I like to imagine the Gauntleteer's gauntlet is like in the middle, like a centerpiece right now, with inside that machine. And most people are looking really confused. It seems the only people who remember the Gauntleteer are Danny, Cody, and Thunderchild in this place. But yeah, of the Dead End Queens, all but Blue Rose will be here.
I think it would be to our best interest to disclose how we came about this and who the Gauntleteer was. Just so everybody, at least the Queen, can be on the same page as us. So Cody would square up and say what he needs to say, but probably not more that would potentially incriminate this establishment or put him in harm's way.
And the other people are okay with this?
Well, if we're not, we'll put our hand over his mouth at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think again, yeah, like Danny will be quite open about the fact that like Domina Carnifex might be after that. Well, is after them, might be onto this place. You know, he's not going to conceal that fact from them.
Yeah, I think you know, Rochelle will just like, I imagine like she's sitting at the head of the table. She has this huge crystal goblet filled to almost to the brim with dark red wine. I've dealt with worse. Now, if this is true, if this shady side piece is put someone who is impressively valuable to this world just off kilter, I don't get what she gets out of it. I mean, if she had a hate boner for this guy, and just, why wouldn't she want everyone to know she killed him?
She's trying to take his source of his powers. She wants to become the most powerful being in the city, maybe the planet. But this is about power, and this is about winning. And I know what the Gauntleteer needs us to do, but I ain't telling you till Fermata comes.
This I think I don't think that Danny says anything, but I think we see that moment where he where Thunderchild mentions the source of the source of his power, and I think his eyes just go to the gauntlet, and we just sort of see them sort of like that combination between like amazement and oh god no.
I think Cody would be of the same mind as Thunderchild and just kind of nod along. Although he's gonna voice. I'm not too sure how she's gonna take all of this, but she's our teammate, she's our classmate, and we've kicked ass alongside her, so she should know. And I think at that point, Cody will be texting her to meet up at some point or other when she's free. Call back.
Oh, from Otto?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, I thought you were talking about Domina Carnifex first. Like, you're going to text Domina Carnifex? No.
No.
Yeah. Fermata will show up next issue, of course.
Yeah.
But,
we might need a place to crash at least for the night so we can work out what to do next.
trying to think what she would offer you. I think oh, I know exactly how to play this. And Rochelle will look at one of her dead-end queens, and I think it's Junji, or also known as Susanoo. Like, where did Blue Rose end up heading off to with that hero of his? And Junji like a nods, like a hollowed park after he's serves as a knight to the Fomorian king, and like, we still have a debt on. He still owes us some debts, right? Maybe we could call this in.
We could definitely call that in, right, guys?
And like she knows, like, if you guys don't have problems with staying in a castle, seems like it could be a great way to go. I mean, what could go wrong with the Fomorian being someone that Atlas pummeled, that Fermata stole the protege of Thrinity, that Eclipse got statue thrown away from the team. This will be fine.
Oh, I come in my own suit of armor. I was built for this. Take me to your castle.
We can go tomorrow. Tonight, if y'all don't, and like, if you all, and she like motions for like all 7 of you, don't mind sharing a room, we'll get you some space for just the night.
Thanks, Rochelle. It means a lot. As I say, we'll try and keep the issues to a minimum, and obviously, if anyone comes for you over this, just give us a shout and we'll make it right.
I think the plant being Venus flytrap is like looking very scared at Mothman, as Mothman is eyeing them. And, like Mothman just, I think, like, eyes them a bit. It's like, not a butterfly, damn it. Yeah, you guys will be taken. I think, this is the time when you can break off into scenes with other NPCs, other PCs. You are left to your own devices. You hard frame now. I believe Thunderchild wanted at least a scene with Cody, if not others.
Cody and Oakhag probably, but let's start with Cody once he's got his brother. Once he's got his brother to sleep and rested.
Yeah, he'd definitely like be sharing a room with him. It's like, right, you stay here, don't go anywhere, and just kind of go off some breathing time and probably run into TC.
So don't worry, man. I don't really sleep. I'll watch over you all tonight. They want to mess with your family, they'll need to come through me. He's like your brother.
Yeah, little brother. There's like 5 years between us.
And you look out for him?
Yeah, I mean, our parents don't. And whatever parents of the couple of months we do have. So I do, as long as I can. That's why I put on the mask.
It's really kind of cool, man. You've got like hidden depths.
Like an onion. I've got layers.
Don't make me cry. My plasma burns to the floor. So I saw your face, but I didn't catch your name.
He is gonna extend the hand and pull down the mask. Cody Jameson.
Extends his back and he says, Jacob Mordecai. Probably, unless I'm an 86-day-old AI that thinks it's Jacob Mordecai. I'm not entirely sure.
Eyes widen. Jacob Mordecai. I think I know you. Yeah. Yeah, you used to. There was a park like next to this really tall building when I was a kid. Like I used to go there all the time. Do you not remember me, CJ? It's easier to say than like Cody Jameson. Oh, you muted.
No, yeah, sorry, I'm looking at your relationships. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. You can sort of see there's a moment and the red light goes blue and it goes red again. It goes, oh, wow. Small world, hi.
Too small. Wow.
Yeah, I looked a lot different then. I've had a bit of a growth spurt.
You're telling me. What are they feeding you?
It's full of iron.
All right.
It's like
Fist.
I'm glad we got your brother out. No matter anything else, no matter everything else we do, we keep him safe. Promise you that, man.
Right on. I guess I gotta owe everyone a big old favor after all this. I'm not sure if going out to the arcade might be safe, but I do need to do an art piece for the day. So
Honestly, you don't owe your friends for doing what needs to be done. We're friends, right?
oh hell yeah.
So
We'll establish
I'd
a
like
secret
to
handshake.
Yeah. I'd like to try to pull my team move at that point. You triumphantly celebrate with someone, clear one condition. If they treat you like a perfect normal person, a mark potential if they praise your powers or abilities.
Hey.
Feels good. Do you want to maybe let me check the Janice's team celebration too? Sounds like you two are being quite chummy.
Let's see. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, ask them if they see you as the person wearing the mask or the person underneath. If the former, mark potential and clear condition. If the latter, take influence over them if you reveal yourself.
I think we've just established you're Cody, right? So I think he sees you as the big brother at this point. So he see you as definitely as Cody and not as arachnophobe.
So you have revealed yourself, definitely. So, do you have influence over
I do
Thunderchild?
indeed.
Then shift his labels, please.
Let's see. I don't think that the child is a freak. Far from it. So I think I'm going to put his freak down and his mundane up. Because I know this person. I know the person that is within Thunderchild, or who is Thunderchild. So
It's so very mundane to have the kick-ass wizard on the side of you when you're a van.
And it says like, I managed the van this time, right? Next time, I'm going to go for a Lamborghini.
oh, I see someone's trying to impress Ogre Hag. I vibe with you.
Shut your mouth! And you'll do that little sort of like as you would shove someone away when they said something, but it's probably with enough force that it goes flying across the room.
You there? It's like last time, like it's a weeble wobble.
Yeah, the lean.
I'd be happy to close that scene if anyone else wants
Yeah.
to pick anything up.
Yeah.
That's fine. Danny, do you want a scene with anyone?
Yeah, I think actually, I was thinking this. I think I'd actually quite like a scene with Elliot. I think probably while those two are off talking, I think Danny's going to kind of, just wander up to Elliot and check in on him.
No problem.
Look, I'm sorry again for everything you've been dragged into with all of this.
He looks around, it's like, dude, I was enslaved to a corporation by medication and
Oh
human.
no, sorry. Sorry. I meant Bar. Cody's brother.
Oh, I thought that was.
Sorry. I might have confused names.
Give me a second. I thought his name was something else. I thought his name was. Oh, I thought it was Robin for some reason. Yeah.
That's my mistake as well. I've been calling it Robin because I used the picture for another character. My bad.
Gotcha.
That's my.
Sorry. Yeah.
This is perfectly fine. Yeah,
but yeah, Robin. Well, yeah.
And Elliot will. It's like this. I guess it's what happens when your brother's a supervillain or whatever he is now.
Yeah, it's. I think he wants the. I think he wants the best for you and all of that, and I don't. I think he seems like a good guy from what I know of him, and I just like the folk here. If you want to stay here, they'll take care of you. They're good people, mostly good people, and if like things are probably going to get pretty hairy from here on out. So I just want you to know that if you want to, I'm sure they'll take care of you anyway, but I will put in a word for you if you don't want to, or not. Like, I don't want to drag you into something that's going to get you hurt or anything like that.
Shrugs. I mean, Cody's a good brother, but I mean, he doesn't he doesn't think that far ahead. Like he plans just far enough ahead to make sure that we have enough to get to the next plan, if that makes sense.
Mate, believe me, yeah. From my perspective, he's like Sun Tzu or something.
Oh wow, that's oh dude, sorry. He kind of laughs, and I think at this time, like one of the house members comes by and like hands you guys the cans of soda that are being that are advertising in this comic this time, and he shrugs like, "I'll stick with my brother for now. It's what I've done, and now that I know he's, I mean, he could have taken out all this weird arachnophobe stuff on me. He could have taken it out on people who, like, he could have been mugging people. He could have been just robbing banks and like murdering people. He's actually rebelling against this stuff. He's actually trying to do as well as he can. I've got his back. I've got all your backs."
I mean, like, in the interests of transparency, we did rob a bank, but no, I mean what I say. I think he seems a really decent guy, and I just like, yeah, like if you want to stick around, then cool. I'll make sure nothing happens to you, and that's all good. But I didn't want you to feel like you had to get dragged into all of this.
If I didn't get dragged into this, how am I going to have like a kick-ass chain and be, Chain Letter? No, that's a stupid superhero name. How about Lobo? No, that's taken. Damn.
Yeah, but chains are really cool. So if you ever want to like learn how to whip someone with a chain, just let me know.
What?
Yeah, no, like I mean, I can take a fair amount of punishment. I'm sure I can teach you how to use a chain on someone.
He looks, and like I think there's another house member walking by, just whistles. Yeah, do you want to maybe are you trying to get anything out of him, or maybe
Not especially. I guess it's probably is a comfort and support, but in a way, I think so. Yeah, maybe that's the. There's nothing I particularly want from him, but yeah.
Well, I was about to say, do you think that by going to Elliot that it is like running away from engaging with your team? I don't know. Like, yeah, if you want to comfort and support, feel free to. I guess I'm not sure if anything else works.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything else specifically getting out of this. So yeah, I'll see how this goes. It probably badly, but yeah, that's a 6, I think.
I think Elliot's like, oh, I get it. You want me to be your wingman with my brother?
What? No, that's like we can literally get like. There's probably a bike outside. We can get some chains right now, and I can show you how to.
No, I'm sure like with his webbing, he can do like even like the shibari stuff. If you're really into like this kind of thing.
I did not need that mental image. Look, don't. It's fine. I'm just gonna, and I think at that point, yeah, he is just gonna like stand up and like walk out and like find.
Yeah, now you're running away from something.
Yeah.
And Cody, do you want a scene with anyone before we see about anything else this issue?
I kind of wanted to scene with someone, but I've also kind of wanted to scene with everybody. Because I think this place have like a fire pit type of deal.
A fire pit or a fireplace?
Like a fire pit, like somewhere outside, like out the back, if there's somewhere to like gather around the campfire sort of deal.
It has a like a patio and there's a patio out front. There is the let's say there's a swimming pool out back with a small little place that'll protect you from the shade if you want to gather under it.
Yeah, I mean, he was just gonna invite everybody out just to hang out and chill after an exceptionally hectic day. But he would use this opportunity to check in with host because like kind of gave himself a pseudo promise to check in on her. So
Yeah, and I think she has met someone and is speaking Spanish with them in the house. Just like seems like this is the most human you've seen her in these entire interactions.
huh. I'll take a slow walk. Not to interrupt the conversation, but to let the conversation itself be interrupted with if she notices me or anything.
And I think as you're getting closer, like there's like the comic will show the twinge of psionic recognition. She'll turn to look at you. Her face will slowly kind of it doesn't harden as much as it had been before.
Hey.
Hello?
Your friend is never gonna like me, is he?
I don't know if they will ever like you, no.
Bummer. But, not sure if getting out was what you wanted, but just want to thank you for following all this way. Means a lot. My teammates are pretty much the first thing that I've had to people I jive with, and you and the others fit the mold. So I just want you to know, see you as a friend. And he's gonna pull down his mask for her.
Oh dear. And you will gain influence on hosts, since that is what you had asked about back in, I think, session 1. If you show interest in her, she will give you influence, and she smiles and pulls your mask back up over your face. Don't be a dumb white boy.
It's in my bones. Can't help it.
No, you can help it. Look, just watch horror movies and do what the lead doesn't do.
Oh, that almost sounded like concern.
I think she will give a smirk. Like, well, you did rescue me from 2 evil lairs. I guess I can sort of cut you a small break.
I'll take it.
So, this arcade, they have DDR?
Here's hoping. I'll round up the others.
And it's like you're walking off. I think that psionic creature will emit from the back of her head. Like this one tentacle comes out, but splinters.
Gonna toss it a cheeky wink and carry on my merry way. Gonna go grab Atlas and the Thunderchild and be like, yo, TC, we might need TC Prime out again so that we can hit up that arcade. It's dark enough. Should be closed. Nobody to rat you out.
Sure, but I gotta talk to Cryptid first, if that's okay.
Sure, man. We'll all be waiting.
Yeah. You will find the leader of the Dead End Queens. I think like watching the like. I think the others of you are like wandering around the house, and she's like maintaining a vigil over your coming and goings. You'll find find her at this corner of the house somewhere.
So he'll sort of approach her and sort of extend his hand out, just probably huge big rubber hand, and go, "Hi, I'm Thunderchild."
She will look at your hand. Hi, I'm Cryptid.
I was So we ended up in this this crazy ass school where we had to get house points like we're in motherfucking Hufflepuff, and I reckon that you might be onto a good thing. How do you get paid to do this shit?
And she will legitimately grin. This is, you find people who are ethically gray, but not slipping into stupidity. You find people who have had too much, who you agree with. You find a way. And after you found a way long enough in the biz with a good rep, people come to you.
Got it. You've been in the biz for a little while. I know your rep. You guys are the A game. That must mean you get the dregs coming. You must get the B's and the C's that you don't want to do. Maybe you could throw a bone our way, lady.
She I gives like one bark of laughter, like which sounds almost like Rochelle's voice. You're coming to me to snipe some of my work.
Only
Oh,
the stuff
baby
you
queen,
don't- it's
you
like,
are so. I like your tea. Okay, so yeah, I have a C-list request.
Hey, we ain't choosy. Right now, we're at the Craigslist to Super Mercenaries, but we would like to get up to the A game. Well, obviously, the A minus game, because you're always good with the A game.
And she chuckles like, turn off the smoke blowing program. We can talk like equals now. And I think she'll sit down. Like we will decide what this C-list adventure is next time. Let's leave it nebulous for now.
Awesome. Now I've got to go and transform into a van and break into an arcade and play Dance Dance Revolution. I think I might break it, but thanks for your help.
Don't worry, I've got to go transform into a dragon and scare a racist.
You can turn into a dragon?
I can turn into a dragon, a Sasquatch, mermaid, unicorn, lots of things.
I'm going to try it out. More effort needed. Thanks, Cryptid. You're the best.
Flattering someone who has glamour problems. Who knew it'd work?
You go, don't worry. With my super secret robot vision, I can see you for exactly who you are.
Yeah, so do we want to just say that the issue ends like with I like to say like the issue ends with like just like photos and like cameras of taking pictures of you guys at the arcade, host and arachnophobe battling it out on the DDR panel. Oh god, there's got to be like one of Thunderchild, like one of Thunderchild, like trying to win a claw game, then like sticking a hand up in the machine, so like start picking out all the stuffed animals for Kasumi. Like, oh, what game would Atlas be playing in the arcade?
Yeah, I think maybe he. Yeah, I did. My mind immediately went to the Tesco Strength machine as well. Yeah, but I'm actually thinking maybe like I like the idea of him like playing, like Mortal Kombat or something against somebody.
Yeah, and I like that. That is a great. You're playing Mortal Kombat. Like there's like this. Like I like to imagine like there's like this array of fighting games. Like there's like a time lapse panel of you playing like every fighting game against people and winning. Yeah. So let's end the issue here. Stop the broadcast and go over a bit of debrief. Thanks for all who have watched and all who have been watching.